And so that is how we started our day in our actually the normal Kenyan traveling modern way of transport, which is actually matatus. Yeah, see me, that is happy mood. Sorry for removing the audio because the music actually were playing inside the car were copyrighted songs, so I had to reduce the volume of the original one. But this is now the city, Nairobi.
So how are you, my people? So actually today we wanted to come and explore this part of Nairobi. As you can see from here.
So guys, this is the raising, which they do actually refer to as the up the hill area, which is actually the reason area of the city of Nairobi. Yeah, this is now the area. So this is like the entry to the upper part of Nairobi. So enjoy.
So actually this is the most raised area of the city actually. And I was actually wondering, how did the guy actually who named this place come up with the idea, upper hill, I was thinking like, because from the word itself actually, they're very interesting. Upper actually means something which is raised. And the hill also is an area which the land actually has been raised more than the normal one.
So guys, that was actually me asking myself a lot of questions like, how did the guys even come up with the name uphill? Like up itself, it is a verb, noun, which means an area above, and hill, it's also an area risen above the ground. So how does it come about? In Kiswahili we say kukinzana kwa maneno. Are we together? So this area is actually called upper hill. Up the hill. I do wonder, how did it come about? How did it ever come to this point for them to name this area upper hill? And why could they not just give it another name like the hill? So that is like a lot of questions I usually ask myself. It's like just like saying come back. Come is one word. Come, you return to the original position, and back is like the same way as returning. I don't know, I have forgotten actually why the English words for those things, but I do actually answer myself. So if you actually know that come back, what is the relationship between those two words, you can just give us in the comments. So don't forget also to like, share and subscribe this video. I'm your host, it's Ngoro here, and so let's us explore part of Nairobi, which I have told you that today we are on upper hill, which is an area on a hill actually. Yeah, I think actually that it was its mean, an area on a hill. The development actually seems like a masterpiece, because you cannot expect an area to be developed on top of a hill. Sorry, actually I was talking on my own voice, but so let's continue. I was actually like wondering how, the infrastructure in this area is so wonderful. Look at these skyscrapers, and that is actually on my left. That is the National Library of Kenya, Maktaba Makuu, my people. And let's go back to the question, asking myself how, which means that this area, the level infrastructures, they had to dig deep the ground to give us the best and only the best infrastructure, the area that can withstand a hilly area. Because on hilly areas we actually do understand that the soil usually most of the time is not actually so strong, because this part of the area usually receives a lot of rainfall, but you can imagine does not experience soil downpour or soil erosion or something of the sort, but still the area stands up to this day. So it's actually a question that has always been on my mind. So that is actually the National Library of Kenya. So let's pick a view, because it is wonderful. Like at some point I ever entered inside that library. Actually it is so huge. This one here, the Maktaba Makuu of Kenya. That library is so amazing, so huge, contains a lot of books inside. It's a place where very relaxing, like has a big lawn where you can go relax when you're tired from reading. Actually, from inside you come outside. Yeah, and it's a very amazing place for me to visit, because there was some times I used to come in this library to read, to do my etc., to do my own research. Actually, it provides you with all kinds of information, because every kind of book that you ever need, they're actually inside there. So it is not actually, it's a really great thing. So let's enjoy the view, my people. Yeah, this is the city under the sun, and especially on the hilly part of the city, very few parts of the city are actually raised, and this is among the areas. Actually, I did love enjoying coming to this place. It is so nice. The area is so smooth. See the trees. I even love come seeing the trees, because it is only actually in this city there are only few places where you can find good atmosphere, good breathing air, very fresh. And actually this is among the place. Like you can see this building. I know most of us never been to the city like I, who ended up growing back in the village. Never seen this kind of infrastructure, and it really did amaze me a lot. Look at that. That is actually the Prism Tower, next to another tall building next to it. How I wish it was actually accessible to all people to get to afford to live to places like in such buildings. They're actually very amazing, built so well, infrastructure perfect, into perfection, zero errors in their buildings. I had even to confirm myself that I have actually gotten to this amazing place. Look at me enjoying the view. It's actually called Zalendo, me enjoying the peace of my own country. You should someday come see this building, these amazing areas in this city. What is there not to love? Look at these fine trees, Everything is so amazing. Everything is into perfection. Look at these beautiful cars. You see, there is actually people in this country who can buy beautiful cars, Look at this car. I even wish when I get some money in the future, I shall get myself one, Who said I shall work forever? No. We should not. You mean I could only... But let me give you one secret. I was not just looking at buildings. I was also, what is it called, positioning myself in their situations, That in the later coming future, even me, I shall be there. Yeah, even you, my listener, you should also come to this fine place. Who said that we shall only be living in these remote areas of the city while other people are enjoying the beauty of the city like that? Look myself, Aish, my people, look at everything.
Actually, so according to me, I think this is actually the most developed part of this country. Yeah, because you see these cabros, actually the high level of maintenance is so good. Everything, look at the number of trees here. Usually there's very many trees here. The climate is so conducive. Everything about it is so amazing, you know. Yeah, let me.
And one thing I adore about this city these days is that how clean it is. See the what is it called? This water collection area where water all the water comes. It is the name is the drainage. Look at the drainage, so clean, you know. Look at the tarmac road. It is so perfect. Not like other places. You know, some other places, I had my friend told me that he met a pothole, and then I thought that is it the Thor movie you're talking about, where potholes come from heaven? Yeah, I thought he was even talking about potholes. The Thor one. If you have watched the Thor movie from Marvel, there's this dark mode where portals actually open. I don't know, open from the skies and all those things. But they are actually road portals. He told me they are road portals where when your car passes through it, it never comes out again. Look at this tall building. Actually, in this building is where you can find the German medical hospital for x-rays and etc. Look at this area. I told you, this area does not have roads which contain actually portals like any other areas. Let me not talk about this. It is actually not all areas of the city which roads contain portals. Portals are actually, how can I describe this? You see an area where the road is actually spoiled, and then there is a hole there. When cars passes through it, they get stuck on it. So that is what I refer to as portal. But for these roads, actually, they don't have portals. No, you just smooth your way in, and you smooth your way out of the upper part of the Nairobi city. Let's enjoy together, my people. This view, so wonderful.
Yeah, oh God, look at this place. This place is so well, so neatly kept. You know, it's not like a lower part of Nairobi, but level of development in this area is so, let's say, like it's on another level. You see, everything here so neatly kept. So yeah. For me this day, I think Nairobi is so clean than before. See? Because these days it's like it has a lot of installed dustbins. Let me show you. The more I need to think for now we have actually begun to descend this hill of the upper hill, you know. The uphill. You cannot get still that name. Today I want to show you among the views which most Nairobians, even they have never experienced it or never seen it, you know. This area actually is so amazing, so it looks so fantastic, you know. It's so beautiful. Let me go down the hill, you see.
And actually my favorite spot was this one, going down the hill. Actually in this part of the city, you get to, on this part of the hill, I think that is the why they really call this part upper hill. You get to see the view of the lower part of the city. It's just that my camera wasn't good enough to zoom in so that you could see the other side. You see this road is going downwards. Yeah, it was actually going downwards. I did enjoy that is my zoom. That is the best zoom I could get out of my phone, but due to time, you know. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe this video, support me also. Tell me also other parts which you would like me to explore as we continue exploring this part of the city, which most people actually don't know. No, like me, I did grow up in the city, but this area I never been there because
actually, so the bigger part of the area down there, I actually never visited that place before. So I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can. Yeah, because you don't want to get lost, you know. This city is so vast. Yeah, that's all. So let me first pass this point because I can see you're writing no cameras allowed. Yeah.
so that is me actually again descending that part of the hill. Actually now we have begun descending because I did not want to go furthermore up because I had not much more time to explore it, the upper part, but it is nice also we see the lower part, which is, I think that is still but the hilly part, but this is another part of the hill where it actually slants downwards. So this is actually the view now. That tall building ahead of me, that is actually the KCB Bank Cooperative Towers, you know. Like I think most big banks in Kenya, like they do own their own bank. Like say like KCB Bank also has their own towers, the Absa Bank, which we should actually, as we continue seeing, we should actually see the Absa Bank tower, also the Prism Tower, and more other skyscrapers. That is the Prism. That is another tower. You know, I think we shall sit closer when you get further to the video. So let's enjoy the upper hill of Kenya. Actually, on this side of the upper hill, they were actually doing what is called road expansion. That is why you see they are actually almost done. The only thing that is remaining is only the maram and the, what is it called? I know it actually in Kiswahili is called kokoto. I don't know the tarmac. The tarmac. I don't know actually that word, but they're actually finishing. They're actually They're almost finishing this area. They were expanding. Now what they are putting aside here is actually the passageway for most people's passageways. Yeah, that there is people's passageway. You see, they're already almost complete with that part. But look at the city view. You know, that's why I used to hear that the people from the top can't really tell about can tell the future, you know. Like you can imagine now, look at this area. Look, that is another tower actually descending down the hill. On that other side, when you follow that maram, you actually go another side. And it's beautiful. Look at this place. Yeah, I think I'm loving it.
So actually, I think a part of this upper hill area is mostly made up of living area, but the majority of the areas is actually private. Yeah, privately owned area. So you want among the best apartments. I think you know the area. This area is so nice, actually so quiet. Exposure to medical area is so swift because behind there I've just passed the National Kenyatta Hospital next to the Bagabi Hospital.
So actually, most part of this, you see, like this skyscraper I'm trying to show you here, it actually has offices for rent. Yeah, where you come and you put up your offices, you put aside your everything, you know. Yeah, that is way back to the city center, but yeah, to the city center of actually of the upper part. So most of these are actually offices. Yeah, you see.
I think even according to me, when I shall get some money, I shall come live here. Yeah, because this place, just look at this place, you know. Look at the buildings, my people. This place, so really developed, you know. So well developed. Yeah. Everything about here, just business, and most of this area is like actually filled with offices. Only offices gets to speak here. Nothing else, you know. Yeah. Look at even it is this one here, the tall building. I don't know if it's yes, I think it's the Abs Bank. Yeah. So that is the Abs Bank over there. No, I've actually confirmed the building itself is the old mutual one. Yeah, it's actually the old mutual towers. Yeah? I think this is like the penthouse of Kenya, you know. Look at the building. That is like the Kenyan penthouse. Have this scene. Look at the building itself. That's where we are coming from actually. Tell me no one will ever wish to come live here. Actually, even they say they have 24 hours CCTV camera surveillance, which means then that here you do not need to worry about insecurity or anything of the sort. See? Yeah, so here, my friend, you don't have things like insecurity which involves thefts, museum or anything of the sort, because we actually passed the other building. That's it. That's the building I'm talking about, the old mutual tower. One day I shall come there. Yeah. But my people, what has just surprised me the most is see this one. See, even this guy is have a farm here. Yeah. They do have with their own like a small farm. As you can see, they have planted things like maize. I don't know if those are yams or what. Yeah, but you know, see, it's not this other side. Look at the difference. Look this side. And look this other one. There's actually has a very big difference in stature and everything, you know. Yeah, but it looks nice. Guys, so still behind this curtains here, there's actually another big tower being constructed. So I think when it shall be done, when the construction shall begin, as you can hear, those are just drills, you know. They're actually drilling. Now we have passed from the Upper Hill Road. Now I think we're going to the Imara Road, and then we join the normal Junction Road to the lower part of the city. But this area has really left me so speechless. of how fascinating it looks, how the level of development and everything, you know. There is another tall building which is being constructed. At the moment, it's so hard to say it is what kind of what building it will be. But I think once it is completed, we shall come here. You know. So guys, I've just passed from that checkpoint, and they do tell me that I should stop recording. Yeah. So some areas are actually so strict. We don't quite allow cameras or anything of the sort. But look at this one. That is it's written the Paramount Tower next to the Flamingo Towers. Yeah. Next to the also I can see here there's the Mwalimu Towers. You know, it's called the life in the city. So you guys find in the village, you know, this is Nairobi, man. If you never visited Nairobi, that's, you know, yeah, love everything about the city. This area is very conducive air and everything, but it's not net love about it. So guys, that is how we are actually done the uppermost part of the city. So let me know which area you should actually see me explore next. Yeah. So guys, I think a brief history about the city, which you see below me guys, that the city actually before it was called the former history says it was the city wasn't supposed to be developed, but it ended up to be developed because that is the view. That is now the biggest city of Nairobi. That is downtown CBD. And this, it is the upper hill area now, which occupies, I think, most of the, I'm not sure which part contains between below there and the upper here, which actually contains more building, tall towers, but yeah. So as I was saying, the city, most people never thought that this ground on this city could ever hold so much people. But at some point, developers came to prove them wrong, but this place can actually get to be developed with taller buildings and higher etc. of other things. I don't know quite sure what they want to build here. As you can see, that is actually a lake here. I don't call it a lake, but I think it's supposed to be a swamp or something of the sort, but yeah. So that down there, that is now the lower part of the CBD area. This is the upper hill of the mountainous area of the city. Yeah. Guys, that is the golf course. Yeah, golf players come to enjoy their lives there, man. So guys, take heed of this building behind me. See that building? Actually at the door they've just written Strictly no cameras allowed, or when you take out your camera or do anything about it, you shall get arrested. At some point I had a story that there was someone, actually people get arrested there, so take heed. That building says, the buildings which are written actually that don't take cameras, because there's a place where I did pass and my phone was actually confiscated. They told me to delete every photo that I had taken on my phone, because it was actually against their protocol for me to record myself at that point. Because they do actually arrest people. Some people were arrested and many others. So but even if they arrest us, you see, even if they get to arrest us, it's not a bad. I think at some point as youth we got used to it. This place really has very fine trees. It's very quiet, and everything about it is so nice. Even me, I'm loving the vibe here. Look at these trees. These trees, they look so nice. They're always refreshing. Look at this area. This area, my friend, looks really so amazing. This is now the real city of Nairobi, my friends. Because I did say this was actually supposed to be before the colonial people came to this country. This was actually the mass. I think something has had touched me. So actually this was the Maasai areas. This was actually the land of Maasai before the coming of the Europeans. This was the area for the Maasais. And for today, it's actually the capital city of Kenya. Very developed these days. I think I love it. That is the Absa building, Absa Tower. So I think as for now, we want to head down the mountain. Must go back to our lowland areas where we are actually used to. So if you are actually new to this channel, don't miss to like, share and subscribe this video. Show support to me. That would be amazing. So guys, I think I'm done for the day. That is the towers. The Nairobi City Towers. So I think we'll see you in the next video. So guys, this is us descending the hill. I think I'm hearing the people from the top part of the city telling me bye bye, Kevin. I think you have had a best tour. I hope this has been amazing to you. So as it has been the best experience for me too. And also here they want to develop. Actually, in this government has really done a lot of things. As for here, they want to put new cabros. That's why you see looks so dusty and actually still under constructions. So let's meet again on our next video. Bella ciao, au revoir à tous. Goodbye.